Well, hello, you have joined me. I'm sorry, out of breath because I just walked up the stairs. I'm at my little nook, my little, who remembers this DIY? I'm actually quite proud of this. It's still standing. I swapped out the doors that I had on this and I put in IKEA ones. So this is the top of my stairs. I have a teeny tiny like hallway stairs situation, weird cottage bungalow layout. And this is my tiny landing, which is this big. But in here is where I keep a few home decor pieces. It's kind of tidy, but I want to just go through my stash, like, because I have some autumnal bits and I want to just pull them. And then mainly the living room, I want to put a few pieces to make it a bit more autumnal and cozy. I have a pretty garland as well, so I want to just, yeah, get cozy. So let's see what we have. I'm going to make, oh, I don't like that sound at all. Oh no. I'm gonna just put any autumnal bits in a little basket. Okay, so straight away. Unbelievable. I've got leaf trinket dish. There's an acorn thing in here. I think this a candle and I burnt it out and I cleaned it. I don't know, but this is like years old from TK Maxx. And it's just a little gold acorn thingy. I found the pumpkins. Okay, I have loads of stuff. I was like, oh, I don't have much autumn stuff. I know I got a few candles and bits in last week's homeware vlog, but I've definitely got enough. I might bring this mirror actually as well. This is kind of autumnal, isn't it? Nice and dark. Well, it can be any season, but I'm thinking with the pumpkins on top. Okay, I'm gonna take these as well. This is actually off my bicycle, but I actually think it would be a cute little handbag. It's a little basket. There's two tiny little straps on it and you stick it across the handlebars for the front of your bicycle. My niece actually plays with it. There's a, look, there's a toothbrush inside. Oh, is there a spider? Oh, I thought it was a spider. Yeah, my niece actually plays with that, which I think is very cute. I'll leave it there anyway for her. And this vase, there's spilled wax on this vase, but I might bring it down because I think it's kind of autumnal, isn't it? Might look nice even as I, like, in the hallway. Okay, that's some good shopping from what we already have. Also, to be under no illusion, it's all pretty on top, a little bit messy on the bottom. And for my OGs who actually watched, I think I did a declutter video on this, you'll know there was a Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda has not been parted with. My niece is afraid of Baby Yoda and I totally understand. I think Baby Yoda is adorable, but Baby Yoda resides here. Also, who remembers that DIY from last year? I might actually take that out and pop it up over there. Yes. That was a DIY from last year and I just have it stored in here. Yeah. Okay, let's get our loot and go downstairs. I'm also burning the apple candle that I had in last week's video. Brown sugar, glazed apples, blended with cinnamon, clove, sweet caramel. Oh, it smells amazing. And also, I got it in Homesense, but when I blow it out, I notice when I come home the next day, I can still smell the candle after I've blown it out. So like the scent is still in the air. Do you know, sometimes your house can be a bit not stinky, but like food smells and a bit stale. But this smells delicious. So my living room is really neutral, which kind of comes in handy for when I want to add a pop of colour. And actually, I picked up this pumpkin garland. They're like little, I think they're styrofoam pumpkins with velvet fabric on them. Aren't they lovely? And at first I was like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna go like in my house. But then I was like they pick up on the florals in the couch. And I have a mustardy cushion. So I was like, I think they kind of do. So I'm gonna I haven't done anything with my fireplace all like summer, spring. I gave it a little tidy up in spring. Obviously, like, you know, I clean it. But in terms of styling and stuff, I kept it really simple for summer. I just had this flower. These are faux flowers. And then I just had the pink ones with some teacups. So very cute. But I want to add a bit of warmth because I think today, as I'm recording this, it is Friday. And Gardener's World is on tonight. And it's kind of a bit chilly. There's like a wind today. And it's making it feel colder. And I think I'm going to light the fire. I don't know if I have enough logs, but I think today might be the day. I'm going to start by just taking everything off, but then also I have some warm toned pieces, and I think this vase, it's like a lantern. I think I'm going to take this from here. Like these dried flowers are, I don't know how old these are, but they're proper dried. But I think I might take this and do like a little switcheroo. I have some space upstairs after taking the pumpkins, so these can even go up into storage. So that's what I'm thinking. Not gonna lie, I'm suffering from, there's too much going on. Kind of like how that garland is just hanging there though. Chilling like a villain. I took away the dried flowers because I was like, no, I think the pumpkin garland is fun, and I think the dried flowers are like, not serious. How can dried flowers be serious? But I think it's one or the other. We're gonna go for pumpkins, I think, up here. My only concern with trailing the garland is I light my fire and them little polystyrene foams gonna go up in flames, little fire pumpkins. So I think I might just keep it simple and maybe just have the garland. Might bring back that little house thing in the middle. Candle and pumpkin. Because I was going a bit too maximalist there. Bloody. Miss Bloody. Miss Bloody. I knew today's a big day. I'm sharing with you. It's mine and Blondie's first autumnal fire. It's the first fire this season. Sorry, I just turned on my Netflix because I want to share my cozy Netflix recommendations, but I need to mute. Let me grab my hot chocolate. The first hot chocolate of the autumn season, Blondie. Oh, we are in for a cozy night. It's Friday and I've just lit the fire. I'm going to get a takeaway. You're going to have your usual, Blondie. Then I'm going to watch Gardener's World with the fire lighting and all of the cozy vibes. Let me get my hot chocolate, B. So I wanted to share some cozy things I have been watching on Netflix, or like things that I like to watch this time of year. So I need to check and make sure Miss Blondie's on my lap. I know. There is a movie I watched it last year and I want to watch it again. Is it called Mrs. Potter? Okay, there was a movie I thought I watched on Netflix and I was going to give it to you as a recommendation, but maybe it was on another one of those subscription things. But if you Google it, it was Mrs. Potter, I think was the name of it. And it was beautiful. It was just beautifully shot, and it was the story of Beatrix Potter, how she started with her books. Lovely story. And then all of the land that she bought. I didn't know she bought so much land with her book royalties. Guys, she must have been selling a lot of book royalties because I ain't buying land with mine. And it was just beautifully shot. But Peter Rabbit is on Netflix, and the new one, like the new ones, and I think they are beautifully shot. The cottage that the lady lives in, why can't I think of names? Anyway, if you know that Peter Rabbit movie, you'll know what I'm on about. My next cozy watch, but it threw me off this year, was Virgin River. Because I feel like they're bringing Virgin River out in summer now, and it was July, August time, and I was like, yes, new season of Virgin River. But I was like, I messaged Karen, like, this feels wrong because I always watch this in autumn and it's a very autumnal vibey program. So if you want like an easy watch, it's just, I think I had Googled the place where it was filmed because it looked so pretty. So Virgin River, if you haven't already been on that one. Another thing I absolutely love, and there's 3 seasons. I don't know if they're making more. I hope they are. Is, what is the name of it? They say pour it up. Hang on. Do I have a watch history? I must. Oh, The Sinner. I like to watch some dark stuff too, but we're all about the cozy recommendations in this video. I had to Google the name. Sweet Magnolias. Oh, Sweet Magnolias. I watched that last autumn. I hadn't watched the 3 seasons. My friend Adele was like, oh, there's a new season. And I was like, what? Binged all 3 of them. Had to ration out the episodes because I didn't want it to end. So Sweet Magnolias, absolutely loved, really cozy. I have a movie recommendation and I want to see if it's still on Netflix. Also, Netflix is different for, I think there's like, when I was in Canada and I signed into my Netflix, I had Canadian Netflix and I had different things. So there was stuff available in Ireland that I couldn't watch in Canada, but then there was stuff in Canada that I couldn't watch here. So I'm sure that's the same for maybe US Netflix, Australian Netflix, Europe, things like that. And I was somewhere else and I couldn't even sign into it actually. I think I was in Turkey and it was like, no Netflix for you. And I was like, okay. It was a lovely film actually. And The Shack, if you love gardening, and it was just visually, I love like visually pretty movies. Yes, The Shack is still on Netflix as I am filming this. I also sometimes love the cheesy Hallmark kind of ones that do be on Netflix, that they always have a happy ending, but sometimes they're a bit too cheesy for me. It's always the same storyline. Girl moves from a city to a adorable smaller town, falls in love with a guy who's in a check shirt. There's always a pumpkin farm. There's a little bit of angst in the middle where they don't get it together, and in the end there's always like some sort of barn dancer festival and they get it together. But whenever I need some escapism, I do like watching those kind of Hallmarky movies, because I know there's not going to be a bad ending. Because I also like to watch non-wholesome things. Like, I did watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series, and I couldn't sleep. So it's one extreme to the other. It's either wholesome or not so wholesome. I'm trying to think, is there any other things I've watched that have been super cozy? It goes without saying as well, Call the Midwife. I think I binge it because we get it on BBC here, so we get the seasons. But I know some of yous who are not in UK and Ireland have to wait for a season to be uploaded on Netflix. I think we're on like season 8 or 9 or something now. But that, anytime Call the Midwife is on BBC, it's normally a Sunday night at 8, and it's always on after Christmas. They do a Christmas special, and then it does be on in January. And again, it just gives me the cozy vibes, because it's like when the fire is lit, when the tea is on, Sunday night, large bottle of Guinness, Call the Midwife, tissues by the hand, because you gon' cry, you gon' cry. So I'd love to know your cozy movie or documentary or series. It doesn't have to be Netflix recommendations, it can be any of the other ones, whichever. But what do you like to watch that gives you a warm fuzzy feeling and gives you a little bit of escapism? A gulp of my hot chocolate. I am a lover of visually pretty movies. So the likes of, you know, if you watch The Shack, I think I might have recommended that before. And even Sweet Magnolias is like visually pretty. Yeah, if you have any recommendations for things. I love vintagey kind of vibe movies as well. There was actually another one, The Dig is a movie. It's a vintage, not vintage, a period movie. Isn't that what they call it? Period drama? Love a period drama. Oh my god, Howard's End. How have I not recommended that one? The movie Howard's End. I think it's still on Netflix as well. I actually watched it during the summer, and I was like, it's an older movie, and your man, I call him Hannibal Lecter, is in it. The guy who played Hannibal Lecter. Great cast in it, and it's English country cottage rose garden. Hook it to my veins. Visually pretty movie. That's my recommendations for you. If you have any cozy recommendations, leave them in the comment section so other people in the community can read and interact and get some ideas, and then we can all share together and we can survive and enjoy and thrive in cozy season. I'm going to order me takeaway. I don't know what to get. Kind of fancying, might get a Chinese, don't know. I know I'm starving, but oh, isn't it such a treat? The end of the week, fire lit, a hot chocolate and a takeaway on order, and Monty Don at 8 o'clock, can't beat it. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, check out my other videos. You can check out my recents and hit the subscribe button. And for my regulars, cheers, and I'll see you in the next one.